Hello, hello everybody. Welcome back. We are here with Adam Laserbeam again, continuing the playthrough. Let's bring up our rules and our goals. So we gotta go through this with no purchases with real money. We must show our wallet at the beginning and the end. We must use lasers for all combat. Those are our rules. And our goals are we want to try to get done with Sancha content early. That means we've got to be able to complete like a small Sancha anomaly at some point in the near future, probably in the next couple of weeks. We want to earn Omega without spending any real money. That's our main rule as well, but still something we gotta do. We want to reach Tech 10 because we'll have a lot of access to other things, and that'll pretty much complete our playthrough. At that point, we still got a little while to go though. I also want to solo DR1 and learn DR5. We may also look at trying to solo DR4 with a revelation. But that's such a long goal from now. We gotta work towards that. Hi Outlaw, how you doing today? Alright, first off, we are starting with our wallet. Oh yeah, 3 stream street! Thank you for being here. Alright, so we're at about 678,000 ISK. And we are going to spend a little bit of that today. I want to upgrade our rigs here. So that means I gotta get the rig 1 of the burst aerator and a rig level 1 of the collision accelerator. That'll help us out quite a bit. And depending on how much we have left after that, we may decide to upgrade our engineering side of things, but I doubt it. Alright. So this is the rigs. We're going to laser rigs here. We want a collision accelerator, so our current one only does about 7.5% increase. We're now going to have a 12%. So that is a great choice for us. And then we also want the burst aerator. Our current one is a 4.5%. We're going to go up to a 7.5%. So let's go ahead and pick that up. And then as for engineering rigs, I really want to get one of these auxiliary thrusters at some point, maybe at the end of today. I'd also like to get the polycarbon engine housing, but we're just a little bit short. Hi Jenner, welcome, welcome. Right, so first upgrade for today. Let's go ahead and throw on the burst aerator 1 instead of our prototype 1, and that brings us to 102 DPS already. Next up, we will upgrade our collision here. You can see 7.5%. Now we're going up to 12%. And we are climbing. Slowly, but surely. Alright, we're now at 106 DPS. That will be pretty good for us for now. How close are we to our next rank here? Alright, so we only need like 200,000 SP to get rank 5. And I believe we have 250,000 sitting right there. Hey Midnight, how you doing today? Yep, the local frigate is here. You don't see them often, but they do exist. Alright, so let's get our 250,000 here. And that will give us our next rank here. Yep. Very good. Alright. Rank 5. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and claim our extra SP from this here. Hey, Dragon, how you doing today? Alright, so we've got 260,000 SP. I'm thinking I want to finish off the small laser operation here and start working on small laser upgrade. That's going to take us a little bit of time. It'll take a couple of days off of that, but I want to see if there's another option. Maybe we can put it into Destroyer Command, since we're probably going to be a couple days away from doing the Destroyer. That's 188,000, we only have 85, so let's go ahead and get that to level 4. We will also be upgrading this to level 4, because we're going to use that later on. It's not necessarily for us right now. And then we'll probably put the rest into this. Alright, like I said, a lot of these skills are not very useful to us right now, but in the future it will be a lot better for us. Alright, we've got a couple of more things to grab as well. Yeah, it's really weird to fit destroyers. Destroyers are in a suffering area. Hi, Kumi. How you doing today? It's been a while. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Alright, we are going for our road to set sail stuff. Oh, that's completed, so at reset in about an hour, we're going to have access to day 5. That will be good. Right, that's a pretty easy day. Uh-oh, what happened, man? I'm glad you're doing okay, though. And you're making progress. Good to see you, like I said. Alright, the next thing we've got to grab is our advanced tutorial rewards. Because we did not grab those yesterday. Alright, let's go ahead and claim our reward. I want Destroyer. We're also going to claim... None of these are laser ships, so it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to choose my favorite ship of the bunch. Uh-oh. You've outgrown your Nidhogger and your Thanatos. Oh well, it happens. Yeah, new players can't use it, unfortunately, unless they have Omega. Oh yeah, that's a busy life, Kubi. I'm glad you can be here today. Glad you could find the time. Thank you for being here. Right. So we grabbed that, which gives us a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and use the Destroyer command. That'll give us 6,000 skill points back. which, if I'm not mistaken, I think armor hardening only needed a little bit more. 12,000. Okay, now it needs 6,000. Jino's already here, Kumi. Alright. Well, you have a good sleep. If you end up sitting and watching in the meantime, hope you enjoy. Got a lot of progression going on here today. Right, well, I said today I would start with maybe moving all my stuff from that one location to here. I just really don't want to. It's already annoying enough. What's it take to deliver this thing? It's gonna cost 2.7 million to move it that way. Ugh, okay. I mean, most of this can be moved in the Magnate, but moving all the ships is what's annoying. Right, we'll pass on that for now. Maybe if we can get ourselves, like, a hauler at some point, it'd be good. Hi, Azim, how you doing today? Alright, so let's, we're now at 109.07 DPS. Let's go ahead and head to Clortler, and we'll start running some actual missions here.
Autopilot engaged.
What we're looking for is
Undocking.
things like For Patriotism, which is a harder mission. It's recommended to have a Tech 5 cruiser, but I feel like we're in a pretty good spot with our coercer here.
Warp drive active.
Oh, something else I was gonna ask you guys. We've got, what is it?
Warp drive active.
3,000 Concord Pass points. And we do need a nanocore, so I wonder if we should wait to have our hands on a frigate Opfox, or, because we would wait for the frigate Opfox in order to get our hands on, like, an Executioner Core or a Succubus Dark Halo. Both are really good. Or we can go for one of these research cores, which still has a pretty good nanocore.
Warp drive active.
Laser damage or flight velocity would be really nice. I'm not sure what you guys think, though. Yeah, salvage drones, they are definitely expensive. They're worth it if you can get the integrated ones, though. Because integrated drones and salvagers can open boxes. I don't know, what do you think about us trying to get an Executioner frigate nanocore?
Warp drive active.
And then what would we do with it? Would we rather have the flight velocity, or would we rather have the damage on it? I think the damage would be nice. But flight velocity might help us escape from, like, web of fires eventually.
Warp drive
Because we're
active.
gonna run into web of fires today. Wow, our tracking speed went way up. Look at that. 423 instead of the 370 we had before. That's gonna make it so much better for us to hit things.
Warp drive active.
What are we getting next for our Concord Pass? I believe it's, Lazarus. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Also, if we go for the Frigate Research Core, we can eventually go and analyze it for bonuses to our gold Nanotore when we get the Succubus with the Dark Halo.
Warp drive active.
Which would be really good. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll try to get that Frigate Nanotore before we get started today. You cannot put salvage drones on a Cyan. Salvage drones are only for sub-capitals. You can put a, integrated salvager and all of the regular salvagers on a Cyan, though, since it's a mid-slot.
Warp drive active.
That's what I run, is I usually run a, mid-slot salvager, integrated salvager. But those are gonna cost you like 20 billion or something like that.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, they work good with dust. The only thing is the other salvagers do not open boxes in labs or any other anomaly. So you have to actually go chase down those boxes if you have a lower end salvager. But
Warp
the
drive
integrated
active.
one can actually open those and collect from them. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a long-term investment on that.
Warp drive active.
Let's see, how is our Concord stuff doing? Time online, pretty often. We still have not done this one, so as soon as we do it once, I think I want to swap it to something else. Maybe swap it to the 100 NPCs. Because it seems like we would be
Warp
completing
drive
the
active.
100 NPC one every... every so often.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
We are finally in Portler. And yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is try to roll for that nanocore before we get started. I know I should probably be saving my Concord points so that way...
Destined docking request accepted.
so that way we can, get one of those... Where is it? Skill chip boxes earlier on, but I don't think it's gonna make or break us between 3,000 Concord points. Okay, the hope is that we get a nanocore. Or the off box. Okay, we did not. Right, so we'll try that again on the next 4 boxes. So we need 2,000 points, which we'll get pretty soon. We'll get right here. Alright, we are here in Portler. Let's go ahead and go to our news missions. Actually, does this, give us more skill points? It does! Yay, 50,000 more skill points. Very nice. Oh, lots of missions we can do. Alright, because we were so successful yesterday on our large anomalies that we were running, we should just be able to blitz through all of these missions here pretty well. What did we get, by the way? Offload bound. Alright, away we go.
Undocking.
So we're going to be looking to be more than 200,000 bounty. Ooh, an assault carrier? That'll be fun. Just know that you do need the hangar on an assault carrier if you want to have a certain level of drones. Okay. That's not bad. It's definitely... It works. It definitely works.
Warp drive active.
Right, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna be looking for more than 200,000 on our bounty tick, but we are also going to be looking for the mission rewards to be quite high as well. If we can complete multiple missions within the 20-minute period, we'll be really well off. I think the thought that I have right now for destroyers is it'll be sort of a brawl fit, because what I'm gonna do with it is going to be trying to start on Sancha. I doubt it'll actually run it, though. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a lot of Nosferatu. We only have 3 low slots that we can work with on a...
Enemy ships detected.
Oh, stream glitch for you? I don't have any problems on my end. Alright, welcome back. I was saying, since we only have 3 low slots on a destroyer, we are probably gonna have to do, like, double repair and a afterburner.
Shield damaged.
No, most destroyers only have 3. Some do have 4. The Navy issue that I want... this one here. It only has 3 across the board. And unfortunately, like, if I want to go into an interdictor, I would be locked out of my damage skills until we have Omega, so I can't even fly one of these.
Enemy ships
All of the
detected.
alpha-friendly ones have 3.
We're under attack. Shield damaged.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. We're going pretty fast now. We've got that last level of afterburner. So we're actually going 1,400 meters a second like this. Yeah, for right now, we have to be pretty... Oh, no, no. It is all good. We have to be pretty careful about the ships that we fly. Because while we could technically fly them, not having the damage, really hurts. There's two on the market right now for 6.3 million. Yesterday there was one on the market for 4 million. Somebody bought that. Oh no!
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the environment. Have you had a look at the price of the Venture Trader? I highly recommend you go look at that and see what people are doing to that poor thing. Hi Snoopy, how you doing tonight? Oh, you're gonna laugh and cry at the same time. Oh no, someone came and put a few on the market. Yesterday, these were the only two on the market. I don't know. But that's ridiculous. I am doing good.
Enemy ships detected.
Oh.
We're under attack.
But yeah, yesterday, those 3 Venture Traders were on the market for 30 million each. I was like, what is going on here? Hell, even like when you're looking at the standard venture, the Tech 1 version, or Tech, whatever you want to call it. This one, like, people have it priced reasonably right now, but they've been up here for a long time. Nice. Take a minute to kill this destroyer here. That is completely on you guys, but that is part of the EVE Echoes and EVE Online community choices. Unfortunately, this community has decided that generally it's gonna outprice its new players. Honestly, these prices that we're seeing right now are like almost double what like opening prices were in the game. I was here on day 1 for live release, and I have been playing since then. I have seen every crazy price known to man. When the first Succubus came to the game, and somebody actually built and sold one, it sold for, I want to say 1.2 billion ISK when that first Succubus hit the market. Oh, there's that web of fire we're dealing with here. You can see. But, because of our excess speed, it really doesn't affect us that much. To be fair, carriers have kind of been outclassed by dreadnoughts for a little while now. Before CIWS was released, for all the dreadnoughts, carriers were the go-to for pretty much everything. But now that they have CIWS, carriers are completely, like, destroyed. I think they need a little bit of an update to their weapon systems. Yeah, honestly, if you're gonna choose a Lancer Dreadnought, the Valraven is probably your best choice. I don't think any of the others are nearly as good as the Valraven. Honestly, I think the Valraven is also better than most bodyguards as well.
Warp drive active.
Alright, we are moving along.
We're under attack.
Got some missiles here, so we're gonna have to fight those. Yeah, Naglfar is pretty good. It gets the job done. I enjoy my Naglfar. Alright, so we were able to do 154,000 in bounty, and then we did 1 mission, 2 missions. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we're just slightly better doing this, but not really by much. Yes, we did. We spent ISK on upgrading
Shield damaged.
our rigs here, the burst aerators and the collision aerator. Now we're at 109.07 DPS. It's a small change, but it's definitely worth having.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Look how fast we are now. Thank you for sending the message. 1.6 thousand channel points. Oh, 1.7. Okay. A little bit more than you thought you had. Yeah, I think I would like to upgrade to the level 1 flight velocity adjustment. I don't really feel like I need the inertia modifier right now. I think it's fine. But the 10% extra flight velocity might help us out quite a bit. Help us negate some of these missiles a little bit better. We're already doing pretty good though.
Enemy ships detected. We're being Scrambled.
I think there's a scram on us. No web, though. And our survivability is kind of holding up. Yeah, we're holding up pretty well. I think that's one destroyer taken care of. Hey Mano, how you doing tonight? Good to see ya. Almost there. The typical frigate combat, just go in circles real quick. And now you can see we actually outpace these Scram destroyers. We can grab them with the weapon fire and slow them down, and we can actually start circling them as well, which is a huge improvement for us, instead of just being chased. Yeah, this is going significantly better. I should at least look to see if I can pick up that scrambler. If I did get one off of that drop.
Warp drive active.
Oh no! Someone was a bit faster than you. No.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
That's funny. Yeah, slowly but surely we're getting more recognized throughout the community. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for supporting me and watching the content and all that. That's more than I could have ever asked for. I didn't think we'd be sitting here with 300 and... what is it? 324 people subscribed to the channel. That's crazy. I never thought I'd have, like, one. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, this is a lot more comfortable today than what we were doing with the Punisher a couple days ago. I'm happy we got the upgrade for pretty cheap, actually. I said we were able to get this ship for like 2 million. Normally the ship is worth like 4 to 6 million. Always gotta check that market and see if there's a good deal going on. Yeah, I know Kinder Bueno. Kinder Bueno? Yeah.
Enemy ships
Yes.
detected. We're under attack. Shield damaged.
Ooh. That sounds pretty tasty, Snoopy. Yeah, no. It's gonna take a long time to get to a super if that's what you really want. And not everybody who goes into a super ends up liking it. right now, I think the Aeon is the lowest cost super carrier, right? So, I think the most current price is 450 billion to 500 billion. It's a lot. No, Wyvern is much more expensive. I think more people want a Wyvern, and so that price is pretty high. The Aeon is kind of like the worst super. Compared to the others. It's still not bad, but it's the worst. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have another market adjustment, like, next week, and it'll say it's, like, worth 700 billion. So, it's what it is. You can see here, market prices aren't exactly accurate. It really depends more on what corp you're getting it from.
We're under attack.
Generally, though, I find that Aeons are like 450 to 500 billion now, with Wyverns being somewhere around 600.
Shield damaged.
I don't even know the price of a Nyx off the top of my head, but that would be the next super that I'd pick up. Having a little bit of trouble hitting this frigate. Tracking's not as good as it needs to be. Right now, this character has about 512,000. But across the board, I probably have, like 10 billion to my name, if you don't count any of my assets. If you count all of my assets, I'm somewhere around 3 trillion.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I did just spend like 80 billion or 70 billion on a Revelation bodyguard. I think it was 70 billion. So I'm still recovering from that. I am planning on getting a Titan when they release, but I'm thinking it'll probably cost me around 10 trillion on the high end.
Enemy ships detected.
On a more realistic note, it's probably somewhere around
We're being scrambled.
4 or 5 trillion that I'll need to have a
Shield
Titan.
damaged. Shield damaged.
Oh yeah, that would probably get you into a super carrier hole, Snoopy, especially since your Lucent Moon is pretty well fitted and the Marshal is pretty needed. Just those two could get you close. Did this wave have 3 destroyers in it? Or am I mistaken?
We're being warp scrambled.
Oh yeah, this definitely had 3 destroyers.
Warp drive active.
731,000. Speaking of which, I wanted to swap this for the 100 NPCs.
We're under attack.
There we go. You know, I had this thought today, which I've been entertaining for the last, like, 10 hours or so while I've been at work. I was thinking maybe one day I could do, like, one massive sale of one of every ship in the game. And that would be hilarious. I doubt I could actually do it. It would be way too much. But that would catch the attention of a lot of people. I wonder if anyone would try to buy one of every ship in the game just for collection's sake.
Enemy ships detected.
Of course, you would go not
We're
fitted.
under attack.
It would just be holes to make it a little bit easier, but that's still kind of like a crazy thing to try to do, to see if anybody would buy it. Oh, that's nice of you. I do stuff like that once in a while as well, where court mates might be struggling and I try to help them out when I can. Let's see here. How much is... $250 is a really good price on this. It's too bad we don't have that much. And it's too bad we're not Omega. Phantasm would be
Ships detected.
amazing to have.
We're under attack.
I honestly don't know if it's better that we do this or that we do the anomalies. I also wish I knew if this was enough to actually do Sansha. But I don't think it's enough to break the tank of a Succubus. Okay, we got our reset. Gives us 6 more missions here.
Warp drive active.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I'm not looking because, I know that somebody has gone and put one up for much cheaper. Like I said, the price that I was willing to pay was the 4 million. That was up yesterday. Now they were at 6.3 million or something like that. What have somebody done? Well, let's see. That's hilarious. Who are you? You lovely individual. Oh my god. Is it cheating if anybody can buy it off the market right now? I have told everybody no. But somebody has done it. I still can't really fly it until I get some better skills.
Enemy ships detected.
I think somebody heard the idea and went, yep, I can do that.
We're under attack.
That's great. I love that. Now it has to be voted by the community here. How do I make a poll? No! No! Okay, it just means we'll have a longer grind with this ship. Which we probably need to assess whether or not we should be focusing on upgrading this ship now. Because if we can put, like, 5 million into this ship in rigs, we'd probably be doing okay.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
We'll see what happens. I know the ship itself is worth, like, at least 9 million normally, if you don't have skills to build destroyers. Or it was like 12 million if you didn't have skills to build destroyers. Let's see. What other ship options would be good for us? I think Executioner 2 is going to be the best one we have here. Up until we can get, like, a Succubus. Or a Punisher... Assault. Would love to have a Punisher Navy at some point. But those require Omega. That'd be so nice to have.
Warp drive active.
Hey, look at that. We're almost up to 1 million. Again.
We're under attack. Shield damaged.
Taking some damage there. Okay, am I allowed to buy the cheap destroyer? Can we vote in the chat right now saying yes or no? Am I allowed to buy that cheap destroyer? Is anybody else here? Is it just you and Outlaw? Oh no, we got Midnight and Mano here as well. Alright, we'll go buy it. Alright, we'll have to pay that back somehow. Alright, what kind of punishment do I have to do for abusing that? Because I didn't ask anybody to do it. But I feel like we gotta make this fair somehow.
We're under attack.
Honestly, one lab would probably take us like 7 hours. To be honest. You bought the Guardian version? Nice. Yeah, let's see. Did I gotta check the, polls. Yeah, so, we are allowed to get help on harder missions. 13 people voted yes. And 2 people voted no. So that means if we go and do Sancha with the destroyers, it'll be a lot better. Like I said, I think the option we have here is going to be anybody in a destroyer of equivalent capability to me would be reasonable. No, like, absolute monsters.
Enemy ships detected.
You can be an absolute unit, but
We're
if you're gonna be clearing out everything in 1 shot or 2 shots, that ain't it, Chief. Alright, we got about 30 minutes to figure out how we're gonna make the money for fitting this destroyer. Because we might try to go and do Sancha tonight. I know scramblers are not gonna help us, so I'm pretty sure I just need a afterburner and 2 repair. And then, like, a web of fire and 2 Nosferatus. Yeah, I
Warp
think I
drive
still need to
active.
give it a couple of days before we do Sancha. Destroyer command.
We're under attack.
Yeah, we are gonna be using the rest of the SP. I just needed to make sure I wasn't gonna die there. Okay, we have Destroyer Engineering. And we have some Destroyer Defense. And now we will have some electronic warfare. Okay, that means better Nosferatu. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. For, like, frigates and maybe cruisers, just give us the advanced skills. Not the expert skills. The advanced skills. You might as well.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, if you ever wonder why players stop playing this game so early on, it's because they are literally given access to almost nothing. So I guess my next question is, do we go with pulse lasers or beam lasers on that destroyer? I like the idea of pulse. But for Sandsha content, we might want to have the range. So a micro warp drive plus, beam lasers might be kind of necessary.
Enemy ships detected.
At least being able to separate the enemies
We're
would be
under attack.
pretty important to us.
Shield damaged.
There's that micro warp drive destroyer again, coming to hurt us. I like that we don't have to worry so much anymore about these enemies. This ship is doing just fine. We are getting anywhere between 150 and 180, 190. So I'd say we average about 170 here.
Shield damaged.
We should have our login reward and stuff like that too. I was hoping that tonight we could do like one of these, where it's significantly harder mission. But they're all just so far away.
Warp drive active.
Oh no. Well, at least it sounds like he made it okay.
We're under attack.
So we're at Tech 5. Does that mean... Yeah, we're still in normal missions. So, we're gonna have a look at that in about 15 minutes. But, if you go to the map, once it loads. Okay, so when you're on the map like this, you can click on this over here, and then you can select Sancha Assault, and you see that symbol that popped up there. This one right here. So this is your system. You have a bunch of low-sec systems here. But that whole system will be full of Sancha enemies. Yeah, the gates will also have enemies on them, so don't sit on a gate. They don't lock onto you that fast, so you can sit there while you're invisible, but as soon as you get uninvisible, you've got about 5 to 10 seconds to try to get out. Luckily, they don't have anything to lock you down, so it's just a matter of getting away from them.
We're under attack.
Hey, 160,000 there.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I agree. You should only sit. On that Sancha gate. Anyway, so that's how you find Sancha content. You just go to your map, and you select that icon for them, and it will show you what location they spawn in. They spawn 3 times a day for me on the East Coast. It is 2 a.m., 11 a.m., and 8 p.m. Thank you. How you doing, Tapazoid? Good to see you today.
Enemy ships detected.
Okay, we've got 3 destroyers
We're
here.
under attack. Armor damaged.
Oh boy! We are taking some heat here.
Autopilot engaged.
It is okay. We are okay. Like I said, what we do is we pick a direction, we go a direction for a minute, and then we go away. Like I said, we are okay. Yeah, Sancho will definitely kill you if you're not well prepared for it. Well, there have been plenty of people that have died to Sancho content. It's not that bad if you're in a group. But yeah, solo, I would not try to do it solo unless you're like really skilled into it. The biggest thing with the Sancho content is being able to be cap stable. Because they will nuke you out really quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and
Autopilot
head
engaged.
back to Gina.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, 1 million EHP, no. You're gonna need around 2.5, 3 if you want to be, even considered alive. If you can get somewhere around 6 million, then you're fine. You just gotta watch your capacitor. It is definitely, like, way endgame content for Capitals. Battleships, you can do raids pretty easily solo, but you cannot do
Warp drive
a
active.
large main solo. Not easily, at least. Maelstrom Bomber will do pretty well in a large raid, but it could struggle in a large main.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Well, I'm glad we lived through that. That was a pretty close fit. So what that does is it highlights your message and it will highlight it on my end. So I have to look at it. Or at least to try to get my
Warp
attention,
drive
I guess.
active.
Nice.
Warp
2,000
drive
points?
active.
Awesome. It certainly
Warp
has
drive active.
the capability of being just as tanky as a capital ship. I have an image on Discord. And it has my Marshal with 20 million
Warp
EHP.
drive active.
You would think so, but there are some Marshals out there that are incredibly tanky. Like I said, I've got one with like 20 million EHP. 10 minutes of looting, I don't know if that'll be enough. Especially if it's circling you. You still
Warp
couldn't
drive
hit it.
active.
20 million. Yeah, I think I've got the image. I think I've got my image. Where did I put that?
Warp drive active.
There it is. That's my Marshall. Hey, Double Vision, how you doing today? Good to see you.
Warp drive active.
I absolutely love it. That was just a test fit. No, it is not integrated other than, no, actually, I don't think mine's integrated at all yet.
Warp drive active.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea, Double Vision. The more shield amount that you have, the better your recharge is on your shield healing. Your passive recharge. So, having a shield extender is definitely worth it. Especially if you want to go full tank. Listen, you don't have to worry about me going after people. I already don't really care much for PvP as it is.
Warp drive active.
And the only time I get into PvP is if someone's coming after me. Yeah, that's true. The shield generator is going to be better for the passive. Yeah, if I had that Marshall fully integrated for resistance, I think I'd be somewhere around like 100 million
Warp
EHP
drive active.
with everything active. Like, it's a terrifying prospect to have that Marshall hanging around.
Warp drive active. Dest docking request accepted.
Alright, we've got our daily reset here. Got some IP, that's nice. We are also going to get our daily thing, road to set sail. Sort item is in inventory, check out insurance page, save a ship fitting plan, check out repairs. Well, that's a good thing we took damage, because we need repairs. No! That poor guy. Yeah, I think with that Marshall, I have a full minute of that level of defense. Alright, so we've done that. I need to check out the insurance page. This is pretty interesting for anybody who is new to the game. Insurance points will allow you to get your ship back and some of your fittings. Whatever did not drop. In this case, we have 40 insurance points. And the normal price without the discount is 13. But with the discount, it is 4 insurance points to insure this ship. So, very cool. What else do we have
How
to
are
do?
you feeling,
Oh,
pilot?
ship fitting. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save a ship fitting. Okay, and then I think we have one more thing to do.
How are you feeling, pilot?
Sort items in inventory. Alright. We can go to hangar, we can hit sort by, and we can hit names, or we can hit quantity, or we can hit type. I usually sort by type. That's the most common way. Alright, so that completed our road to set sail for
How are you feeling,
today.
pilot?
We got 100 IP for that. Very nice. Tomorrow we'll be getting 80,000 skill points. Alright, so for those wondering, oh, listen. Sansha is now here for today in Sasson. We have 2 high-sec locations. That would be interesting to go to. Actually, 3 high-sec locations. Give me a minute while I take an image here and upload this to Discord, because our corporation is keeping track of this information, so give me just a minute. Alright. So I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to see if we can get this, Coercer Navy set up. Alright. So we need 4 high slots, 3 mid slots, and 3 low slots. Oh no! What ship are you fitting? Okay, let's get a second armor rep. Barely even cap stable like this. We're pretty well off. I wonder if we can put a medium Nosferatu on this thing. Ah, it's okay. A tanky Drake is always fun. Lasers, small, Mark 5. Actually, I wonder if we can get these pretty cheap. We can. Okay. Capacitor Warfare. Medium Nosferatu. 69 power grid. What do we have on this thing available? Not quite that much. Would be worth having it, though. $172 DPS with a 7-kilometer optimal. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to do that. So we're going to go with 2 Nosferatus. Remote reps? Oh, that's cursed. I am the believer that there is never too much tank. There's just not enough DPS. If you find that you are having trouble killing the things around you, then maybe drop some of your tank. But if you're not having any trouble, then honestly, I would drop the 1 C-type invulnerability and go for a damage control there. Yeah, it looks good though. Citadel module as well. Yeah, I would drop the 1 red and go for a damage control. And then you'd be, like, really happy. Okay, so we have this. I still need to get 2 small Nosferatus. How much are we looking to spend on this, by the way? $160,000 for a Nosferatu? I should have kept that other Nosferatu I had. I've got 1 here, but I don't have another one. Nice. Hmm. 291. Dang, these things really got expensive. Okay. Um, I'm just, I'm just looking for some rigs and stuff. We don't really need it right now. Maybe instead I'll go for like a tank fit. Okay, so each of these is going to give us 131. We have a grand total of defense of 2,200. And I need one more Mark III Nosferatu. Honestly, we don't even need that second armor rep all the time. Because we'd be cap stable normally. That second rep is what just brings us down quite far. But we're still technically cap stable. With a few extra Nosferatus on us, I think we'd still be okay. Oh no, it's all good. Let me head to my other location. Because I believe I have... Okay, not that. Not that. Okay, so I don't have what I want. Okay, it's fine. We'll put off flying this thing for another day until I have some more ISP. But for now, that's kind of where we're at. No, I do not want them. Thank you, though. I gotta earn everything. 188 DPS. Double rep. Afterburner. Got a 7-kilometer optimal. 10-kilometer. 50%. Really good tracking, honestly. 581. And we've got our first faction modules as well. Which are slightly better, I think. Yeah, they're definitely a bit better than the test lasers. Alright. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. I think that is it for what I'll be doing. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. If I do, it'll be 2 streams. If not, you won't see me at all. Sunday I definitely have to stream. But after that, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, and be safe. Oh, by the way, here's my wallet for today. Forgot to show it. Alright, take care, and be safe.